There's a Bible verse that would save America if we practiced it. Matthew 7:1. Don't judge, so that you won't be judged. As humans, we often have this bad habit, and it's only a bad habit, of judging people instead of getting to know them, including ourselves. And Jesus says, don't do that. Don't use judgment as a substitute for getting to know people, especially yourself. You owe it to yourself not to be your own judge. And when we're doing that to others, judging them instead of getting to know them, it's because we're doing it to ourselves. If you've been in therapy long enough, you know exactly what this is talking about, judging yourself instead of getting to know yourself. In fact, the main thing that a therapist does for you is give you something like a safe space to start learning that it's actually okay to be yourself. See, going back to early childhood for most of us, we learn pretty quickly that despite what anyone might tell you, it's not actually okay to be yourself. Your kid, it's not safe. You have to behave yourself, especially neurodivergent and queer, gender non-conforming, trans kids can face extreme abuse, punishment for being different. But anytime any kid doesn't behave, we learn it's not safe to be yourself. So by the time we reach adulthood, we've learned how to cram ourselves into this cheap, opaque plastic shell that others find acceptable in their presence. If anything, that's the definition of adulthood, for the most part. Having constructed that shell and found it tolerable, if not comfortable. Learning to live up to expectations. Learning to squeeze yourself into the boundaries set by the judgments of others. That's how we get into this habit of judging people instead of getting to know them. And this is our core political problem. See, if you keep reading in Matthew 7, Jesus talks about things like watching out for wolves in sheep's clothing, false prophets, but also knocking on doors, asking, seeking, finding, stuff like that, you know? What he's talking about is like, when you go through life judging people instead of getting to know them, you end up judging the people who could help you to be your enemy. And the people claiming they can help you, you judge them to be okay, when in fact they are the real enemy. And that's what we in the United States have been doing. We get into all these wars because we're judging our foreign neighbors instead of getting to know them. We vote against each other, divide against each other, because we're judging each other instead of getting to know each other. And I judge this lightning to be unsafe, so I better get back inside.